Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again with another reaction. Today guys, I'm checking out Arrow Season 8, Episode 7, entitled Purgatory. Now, I'm so excited. The last episode, the last thing before Crisis begins. I'm expecting towards the end, before the credits or whatever, it's going to be the same Nash scene we've seen over and over. But I'm guessing there's going to be more set up because this show has been revolving around Crisis. It's heavily been just based on that, and the Monitor giving Oliver all these missions, and the fact the last episode we had Quentin Lance, it was so crazy because they, instead of just having him pop up in some sort of weird scenario, they had it to where he didn't actually die at the end of Season 6. It's like, this is an alternate reality if he survived. And the fact that he had to die over and over, for Oliver to just accept the fact he can't prevent it, for Oliver to accept the fact he can't prevent his own death. And it kind of makes sense that the Monitor had to put him through this because Oliver, for this whole entire time, has been questioning everything and trying to prevent things from happening. So like, hey, Oliver, you're being stubborn. I'm going to put you through a test you can't win. There's always going to be a way for you to win after the last death of Quentin Lance, but then he'll just die again another way. So it was brutal to watch because just seeing Quentin die over and over and over, it's hard to watch. It freaking sucks. But we're almost there. We're in Purgatory. They're back on Lyla and shit's going down, and it seems almost everybody's there. We're missing a couple for sure in that group shot when Oliver realized where they're at, Lyla and So I wonder what this last mission is. What is it going to entail? Who's going to show up? Because it seems every episode there's some surprises and big moments we're not expecting. So I don't know what's going to happen in this one, but I'm definitely excited. So I'm ready, guys. Let's get into it.
Purgatory.
Sorry about that. I needed you here and I didn't have time to convince you.
What the hell's going on, Lyla? Since when did we take orders from the enemy? We were wrong about no voodoo.
He's not the enemy.
He's not our enemy. Since when?
The device is powered by plutonium. Dinah, Roy, and Renee are on their way here with Star City.
So my mission was part of this? All of our missions are a part of this.
Build this magic weapon for the space god and stop Crisis?
There is no stopping Crisis.
Then what's the weapon for?
I don't know.
If we can't stop Crisis. Sorry.
What is he talking about?
There's no easy way to say this. Barnaby has seen my fate. I don't survive Crisis. What do you mean? I mean that he told me what happened to me the day that he walked in and asked for my help.
You remember that IED that took out my unit in Afghanistan?
I remember that, of course I do.
Marnova, when he first came to me, he told me he rescued me that day. Because I have a greater purpose.
You believed him?
Beautiful. Makes sense you think so. Since apparently you're moving here.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Turn around, you are part of the team.
I think things changed. What the hell?
We are on nuclear weapon duty.
I'm staying here.
Are you okay with that?
I never expected to be on a mission with you.
Yeah, same.
I'm glad you're here.
I'm pretty sure she doesn't want to talk to me, Laurel.
Oliver, don't be an idiot. Okay? Don't leave this island with more regrets than you already have buried here.
I like that. I like that.
It's not like you to hide out in a bunker and miss out on all the action.
No, that's true. This is true.
How did that?
I was right all along. And he has always been a hero first and a dad second. We never should have trusted him.
Okay, that's a little harsh.
You were there when it counted. Besides, I was beyond proud to be the son of the two super spies that co-founded Night Watch.
Aw.
Never mentioned that. Our friend's plane got shot out of the sky, Lyla. How do you know that wasn't part of his cosmic plan? And don't say faith. Whoa!
Where'd she go?
Let her go.
What?
Fires.
What?
Drop your weapon!
I knew it.
returned.
Only those who were with you from the beginning.
We're gonna get you out of here. His arms.
Can you feel anything?
No. If you can't move what is pinning you, but we need to start thinking about other contingencies.
What are we talking about here?
We don't have much time. We have a chance of saving his arm. See, now it's not very good. We don't want him to keep trying.
Oh, good. You're not dead.
Okay.
Where's Oliver? He went out to them.
Yeah, of course you did.
Made me
Yeah.
the radioactive material we all.
We're not out of options. I don't accept that. We don't have a choice. We always have a choice, Connor. Then I'll make it. Do it.
Doesn't make any sense. He should be here.
Oh.
What the hell happened?
His arm got pinned underneath the landing gear.
Yeah.
I'm sure you did what you needed to do.
Right?
Plus, it's smarter for us to stick together.
No, we are not leaving him out there. Here. Fine, I'll go on my own.
Oh, I figured.
Get out of my way. William.
Uh-oh.
This is exactly what happened with Felicity. You were angry with her, but you still wanted to save her.
I'm not just gonna sit here and do nothing, okay? I will not leave him alone out there.
I was a kid. I spent a lot of time pushing him away.
Yes.
Because I never thought that I could lose him. And then he disappeared.
Now we might lose him again.
If this really is the end, I don't want to waste the time that I have left being angry. Do you?
Breathe. Remember, in everything, breathe.
Cut my way out of the net, the afraid not shooting an arrow.
We wouldn't be in this net if you had breathed.
You know what fires is capable of, right? What am I supposed to say to my kids?
What I could not do, Shabu. You say goodbye.
Say goodbye.
I can.
You have to.
And if I've learned anything, it's that this team has each other's backs no matter the cost. I would rather be here with you than with the team back in Hub City. Like all along.
Don't destroy them.
We're talking about plutonium here. That's nasty stuff. It can take out this entire island, us included.
This is our best chance of surviving a crisis, and we need to take the risk.
I wish Roy was here. Damn it. I mean, he's there, but I wish he was there in the lineup. Jesus. Here we go. Jesus, explosions. Jesus, more explosions. Oh. God, look at this. This is why I'm going to miss this show so fucking much. God damn it. There's a reason why this fight scene's so good. James Benford fucking directed it. God, his episodes are the best.
The DNA sequence isn't Dad's. It's yours.
Damn. She's already injured enough.
How much time do we have? For the
Not much, I'm guessing.
I wanted to thank both of you for just being there for me no matter what.
Come on, and go talk to your dad. Come on.
I don't really know what to say. I'm really happy that you're back with the team. I'm really sorry. I'll be okay. This is what led me here in the future. To you and to the team. No, you can keep it. Only in what you were able to do. You're a hero. I'm really proud of you, Dad. Not as proud as I am of you.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna hug you now.
Hug time.
I need those kids back in 2040. To allow some way before whatever's gonna happen happens. Yeah, I was thinking about the same thing. I felt like I'd be failing you. We never found each other. I'm gonna stick by his side for as long as I can.
As you should.
Do this alone.
Hug time.
My whole life, I heard nothing but stories about you. You know, this legendary Green Arrow and his team. I should have been proud of you.
I never meant to cause you any pain. This island taught me to survive. It turned me into someone else. Somebody better than the person I was before. Looking at my daughter.
Thank you for letting me be a part of your story.
Oh, she's crying. Hug. Yeah.
Not anymore. I'm now a harbinger of things to come.
And that's...
Yes. The crisis has begun.
I figured. Because the way the Flash ended up thinking, Arrow's going to end the same way. They're going to have crisis has begun. And Lyla didn't show up. Well, it was Lyla. It's Harbinger. She showed up. Holy crap. The outfit, the costume, the suit, whatever. It's good. I like Harbinger's outfit, suit, whatever. This episode, man, I'm sitting there and I'm watching everything unfold. The drama, the throwbacks to fucking season 1. Oh my god. So good. And then the intense, epic fight scene. James Benford fucking directed this episode. I mean, that speaks volumes in terms of the action sequences. And just everything involved and things they did in this episode that I was expecting while watching, and the other things I was definitely not expecting. Why does this show have to end? Why does it? I know Stephen Amell wants to move on and he's ready to go. I understand, but god damn it. Oh, it's gonna suck. But crisis has begun. But let's talk about overall the episode in terms of just everything that just went, so much shit they packed in this episode. This episode could, and maybe to some it might feel stuffed. It's too much. But for me, I felt like the more the merrier. I fucking love that they were putting so much in this episode. I like the fact they threw back Fires or whatever his fucking name was from season 1. I was not expecting that. Holy crap. And Yalfei, right? Is that how you pronounce his name? I'm bad with pronouncing names. Please don't kill me. Those throwbacks, and then of course they brought back Wintergreen. Yeah, was Wintergreen fucking the first Deathstroke Innocence? They brought back all these fucking people. I was not in the way they kind of tied it in about how they're back and why they're back. It was pretty smart. It was really interesting. I was not expecting. Holy shit! I was not expecting. I'm still trying to process. I did not expect for them to do the Roy move. Because it's like, oh, Dinah, Renee, and Roy are coming on a plane. They're coming here to help. And they ended up helping, but I was not expecting on Roy. Holy shit. People have been saying this for years. Saying, are they ever going to do that? Are they ever going to have that story point with Roy? Then people started thinking, after Colton Haynes, the actor, left the show for his own personal reasons during season 3, and then we started getting into, people started talking about the storyline around when Diggle was addicted to whatever that drug was that helped him with the events of the island exploding. I think it was like that, right? In season 6. It's like, what if they do it to Diggle? What if they switch it up and give Diggle that storyline? Now Roy has it. Now here's my question. Is Roy going to continue in the spin-off show if it happens? Is he, because he's like, I want to be a part of this team, unless they do something in the last 2 episodes post-crisis that he decides to leave and he's not going to be part of the team. That could happen, but man, oh god, that's very interesting. And they did it in this episode when they had everything else going on. So everyone's still trying to process the fact that Lyla is working with the Monitor, and Diggle, of course, he's clearly just very upset about it. And they made a point too. They pointed out in the dialogue with Lyla meeting. Oh God, hold the phone. Oh God, it's not JJ. Connor Hawk. Sorry guys, fucking blanked. Holy crap, that was. I'm bad with names that I've liked. But Lyla and Connor meeting for the first time on that walk with Diggle. It's like, it's right. And then he's like, well, it's okay because this is our family and we're kind of crazy. So, having Oliver see Ghost, in a sense, as I mentioned earlier, the throwback to season 1, it's crazy how they threw that back in the mix. And how everybody's back, and how they explained how the island doesn't look like it's just a wasteland because of this energy and stuff, and we had to build this weapon. And the reveal that Lyla was actually the weapon itself and Oliver wasn't was a little bit interesting. So I think that at that point things changed. And then because people have been talking ever since they revealed that Harbinger was coming and that Lyla and the whole tie-in. People started questioning immediately, okay, so how long has she been working with the Monitor? Then she revealed, well, you know that, because I think they said it before, the whole thing where she was the only one to survive and she had a long time to recover or whatever, that's when he came to her. So it's been a while. It's been a very long time. The fight sequence was fantastic. A lot of explosions, some great slow-mo shots, just great overall action. It's just awesome. It just makes me love the show so much, because when you think back on other Arrowverse shows that have fight sequences, they don't come close to this in terms of action. Yeah, maybe The Flash has, you know, more CG with the lightning effect and Barry running around really fast and all that kind of crap. And then on Supergirl, they have, of course, her flying around and all that kind of stuff. But when you think of, like, pure just action, fight sequences, choreography, all that kind of stuff, Arrow knocks it out of the park for the most part. There's some things like Arrow Season 4, not go there. But it was so good in this episode. I really freaking dug it. I really did. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, as I like to call it. But they made some major progress. Mia. Now, at first, Mia was being typical Mia, of course. But then, William knocked it in her head. We only have a certain amount of time left. Now, when Oliver told them that, hey, my fate is sealed, the Monitor has seen my death, you know, I'm dying. And they took it, of course, exactly how you'd expect. I mean, I thought they kind of knew, but I guess they weren't really told exactly how this is going to go. I thought that they knew. But the fact that William told her, and I'm glad it was William and not somebody else. I think it made more sense for William to tell her, we only have a certain amount of time left. I'm not going to spend that remaining time being mad at him. Now, the ending, now I'll talk about the Mia stuff in a second. I want to jump a little bit further, because is William going to be in the crossover? Because he said, I only have a little time left. I'm guessing he will at some point pop up in the crossover, but I'm not really sure. But since it was Oliver and Mia and Harbinger there and everyone else is on the boat, I'm guessing they'll be brought into the mix at some point, because everyone, I think, is very much involved in Crisis for the most part, I think, in terms of cast. Well, we'll have to wait and see. But, okay, Mia. I really like the fact that when Oliver was there looking over the graves, Mia came and was talking about, you know, how it's hard for her to let go of this stuff. And it makes sense why it's hard for her to let go of this stuff. And so, she freaking just, she opens up. She actually opens up and she's crying. She even cried with talking to William about it. And gives her dad a big old hug. And that's exactly what needed to happen. And for this to, it really showed a different side, in my personal opinion, for Mia. For her finally opening up to her dad about how, you know, she's heard all these stories and stuff. And then when William was telling her earlier, I saw him, I was in the bunker, and Felicity was showing me how he was out in the field, and, you know, he's cheated to death all this other times, and I think it changed his perspective, and he was old enough to understand at the time. He was around a teenager, so he's able to see it. But Mia grew up not knowing anything about him except stories. So I think it was smart for them to do this. But I feel like they should have had this sooner in the season, because for me, you know, I've been I've been quite negative about Mia, but I have been pointing out some points where she's turning a corner. I think this definitely was a turning of the corner, if you will. And I'm definitely intrigued to see where we go from there in terms of how they're going to handle her and Oliver and Mia, to say their names, in Crisis, because now it's started. It's here. I'm trying to think, did I forget anything else in particular? not really. I mean, I think Laurel made some good points early on with talking to Oliver and all that. And Yao Fei, who still giving some advice, or still just like teaching Oliver in a sense. I think that was pretty smart. So I really enjoyed this episode. I'm curious to know, what did you guys think of this episode of Arrow? Crisis is here, and I'm not ready for it. Whatever thoughts you have about this episode of Arrow, let me know in the comment section below, guys. I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.